Hello guys, I will tell you about a new plugin, Sound Effects Generator, that is using ElevenLabs API. You can use it for a free plan. So basically you have 10,000 tokens that you can use to generate multiple sound effects in your game. So we have this icon, it's sound effects. As you can see, it's generate sound effects and import them into a content. We have a dockable window. You can dock it here or any place, for example. And now I need to have like API key. This API key will be necessary just in case if I want to generate it. So in order to do that, I'm going to ElevenLabs panel. I'm going to Developers tab, and I have API keys. We create a new generate API keys. I will call it video preview. I think the right choice is to not press all of the access, but we want to generate sound effects. So we just only tick sound effects, right? And I would create a key. I will deactivate this key because you might use it and lose my tokens. And then I press it to API key. It's free and I can generate some of the sound effects. So we have a few parameters. This is the loop sound, which is looping, variations, prompt influence and other stuff, and the generated sounds. And you can use it. So first I will just use sword, hit, wooden shield. We can always specify the variations. By default it's 1, so you will not burn so many tokens. I will just use the 1 and I will generate. It's generating one variation. I click play and it works well. Right. And I will use another thing. Release arrow. And I will use 2 variations this time. Is the slider, generate. You have it in the library and you can easily add. So we have release arrow. We have some sound effects and now import to a content. It will create SFX catalog. Now you can use it in your game. So if I just press open level blueprint and on top of that add some maybe delay and then play sound 2D. And then I will use that audio, compile, and then I will press play. We hear after delay that sound was played. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep that in mind. There is a duration auto. If you want, for example, 10 seconds time for audio, you can release like combat, maybe medieval combat sound. I will press looping and duration. It's set to not auto, so it follows the duration that we specified here, which is 10 seconds. Keep that in mind, there is as well verbal prompt influence, which is a temperature. So 70% it will follow more your prompt. If you set it lower, it will be more randomized. Let's try and see how it works. It will generate 2 variations of 10 seconds medieval combo sound. Okay, we have some combo sounds that we can use and place on our map. If I import it to a content, this is our sound. I will create a queue. First I will stop it and then I will just create a queue here, and then we have a create sound queue. And then we can just specify here that we will use looping. I'll press play. Now I will replace that in the level blueprint. And now it will be looped indefinitely. So let's hear. That's great. As you can see, it's looped indefinitely and you can create some sound effects on them, like birds jumping, waterfall effects, combats, working sound effects. And instead of going to ElevenLabs or other software, you basically press import to content, right? We can specify duration. It can be 1 second. We can specify here. This is another stuff. This is the number of variation. We can turn off the looping. So the number 1 is obviously default. And then we can generate sound effects. And all of the effects that you generated are downloaded to your save file. So if we even go to here to directory and go directly, we see that all of it is saved here. You have access to raw files as well. It will not be obviously in your build file. And you have access to all of the generated sound effects in your project.